Good morning, everyone. Swiftgal. We are playing some more Pokémon Reborn. Today, we are heading to Labradora to start our showdown with Team Meteor. I started out trying to figure out, trying to optimize, and I was like, these are pretty well-rounded teams that are coming up. And then I was trying to just optimize my team while also just not using the same Pokemon over and over again, trying to get some new Pokemon in, trying to get, a few people who I knew had been waiting for a while in, just to get a little bit more screen time. And I just kind of ended up, I'm not sure where we ended up. So this is the team we've got. I'm gonna just try and lead with a Nevian who should be hitting like a ton of bricks. That's a Mega Aerodactyl. We've got Nick as kind of a tanky grass type. Fen is providing fairy coverage because I needed to get a little bit of fairy in for a certain section coming up. Samo is another special attacker, a little bit bulky, and rocking the assault vest. There's a couple Pokemon in particular that I'm hoping that he can tank. Megatron, I want to try out Infernape. We'll see how it goes. I'm feeling pretty good though. And then Croyten has been suffering as our our utility mon through several big fights, and I wanted to give him a moment in the spotlight as we're heading into this Meteor Showdown. Plus, I think there's a lot of types that he's going to do pretty well against. We're just going to grab some candy here. These levels feel crazy. I'm so used to, not having to worry about it after about 50 or so. Okay, I guess let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna get some talking first. I'm pretty sure. And then it'll be on to Labradora. Okay, that was the same dialogue we've had before. I'm trying to remember where... Okay, here's some people. Hi. I got tired of being tired, so I thought I'd come up here and say hi. Practically had to pull Amy up with a fishing pole, though. Jeez. We're here to do our duty. Let's kick Team Meteor in the booty! Oh, hello, Rafe. You seem to be doing well. I've been great. Never mind anything that happened before, okay? It was just a bad day. But that happens to everyone sometimes, right? What's important is that we're both here to support everyone in fighting for Reborn. Let's give it our all. There you are. Everyone disappeared and I was beginning to get worried that something might have happened again. Where are the others? They arrested a bunch of meteors from Agate? And nobody thought to mention that to the rest of us? I swear, it's just like dealing with a teenager. At least tell me before you leave the house so I don't walk into the room talking to myself like a fool. I suppose I better go see that they don't need help cleaning up. Yo, I don't know what our next move is gonna be, but my gut says it's gonna be big. You itching to take Team Meteor down as much as I am? Yes. You're gonna see a single thing coming. It is not a risk to unhand me. Woman, as I said before, I will follow you voluntarily. Oh good, Bennett's here. No chances. Spira, please. Not a bad person. Yes, he is. Oh, so that's why he's been with Team Meteor all this time? You, catch. Nice catch. What, you meant me? Doesn't matter. You, however, you and I have business. Enough already. You know rough handling a compliant captive is a solid way to jeopardize that compliance. It's not the only thing I'll jeopardize if you don't start talking. I've been talking. You haven't been listening. I didn't like what you had to say. You didn't like me saying I've left Team Meteor behind? I didn't believe you. You won't believe me anyway. There's no point in us talking. The right circumstances can breed honesty. You'll tell us the truth or your comrade's injuries will be on your hands. Firstly, no matter what you say, I'm not responsible for whatever you choose to do. Secondly, if you listen to what both your sister and I have already explained to you, you'd know that he's no longer my comrade. Frankly, and not that this is necessary, you'd have better luck forcing answers out of me by threatening your sister instead. Sphera? Whoa there, you didn't have to hit the guy. Don't you dare presume that I would ever do anything to hurt my sisters. Sure don't seem to think twice about anyone else. Not surprised to learn that loyalty is a foreign concept to you, and I discretion to you. Enough. Move. We're not done yet. Yes, you are. What do you do to earn your grace? I do not believe that respect and mercy are things that need to be earned. Respect and mercy won't keep you safe from our enemies. Then I would rather be in danger. I've always been so innocent. But I was hoping the innocents wouldn't fall into naivety. With all due respect and appreciation, sister, in my opinion, it is more naive to think that people are not worth believing in. Next you'll tell me we should all hold hands and sing hymns with Sigmund. Not everybody is like him. I'm sure that, in some misguided way, he always thinks that what he did is for the best of us. Perhaps he too will still be can still change. You of all people know what we've all been through. Now you want to lap sympathy on him after I... Don't touch me. Don't even think about touching me. Stop. Please stop. Oh wait, lady, you good? Sphera. Just me, okay? You're safe. The doctor isn't here. It's going to be okay, just breathe. You mind explaining what just happened? I'm sorry, it's not my place to say something like that. This is like the past. She may need some time to collect herself. Back then there were times where she was unable to speak at all afterwards for quite a while. Please forgive me if I don't consider that a loss in the immediate moment. I apologize for how she was treating you. She's rather protective of Charlotte and I really hate Bennett. I saw. I think we all knew that one, lass. For now, I will step aside and make sure she's alright. Awkward? Rather. Zero? Why is Zero here? Is he okay? It's just sleep powder. I couldn't let him make it back to Labrador. Where have you two been anyway? We took the lull as an opportunity to catch up on some of the much-needed training now that each of us may have our own teams again. We don't want to be dead weight. And you're here too? Did you really intend to turn on Team Meteor? Not that anyone seemed to believe me, except Laura somehow. You won't trust that I'm here for the greater good. Let's just say I'm here for her. I'll make things right and support her however I'm able to. It's something I frankly should have started doing a long time ago. I believe you. I don't know what to do with that, but I'll take it. At any rate, it's not as if whether or not you're trusted will impact your course. Though I would appreciate it if I were not literally dragged there by the ear. In the meantime, trust must be earned through merit. To that end, I have an offer. The barrier. What's the offer? As I explained to some others previously, only authorized personnel may pass through the barrier. Zero and I are both authorized. I'll bring him into the city, claiming to have rescued him from all of you. This can be my justification. Then I will cut the Pulse Mime's power, lowering the barrier for all of you to enter. Okay. True, we'll need the help of someone trusted by Meteor if we want to get into Labradora. There's no other way, and right now we don't have another willing subject. Zero seems Team Meteor is the only place you can turn to. Must be done before he wakes up. I don't know, mate. This is kind of fishy if you ask me. Let's say you don't just take off again once you're on the other side. It'd be a clever way to get out of your enemy's hands. Fair concern. Unfortunately, I don't believe you have a way to make satisfactory guarantees. But you will see whether or not I've stayed true to my word when the barrier lowers. In order to be too late for us to regret it then. Alternative may not present itself. You trust this guy? I really don't trust him. So here's the thing. Actually, I take that back. I do trust that Bennett is being honest. I just hate him. I really don't like Bennett. His like creepy obsession with I don't like the way he is with a lot of the female characters. But I do think that he made some mistakes and does not actually want to work with Meteor. Okay. Thank you for offering me the chance to prove my allegiance. Guess that works for Zero too. Prefer to be on that side. Feels strange to have to wonder. What are you looking at me like that for? Do you miss how things were? I don't know. I do. I don't want things to go back to how they were, but I miss it. I miss him. Does that make sense? I don't think it does. Makes no sense whatsoever. I think it makes sense. I fully understand. This is where everyone was. Am I interrupting something? I can hardly tell myself, mate. Oh, it's Cal. When did you turn your hair blue? Do I know you? Evelyn Sajaya. This is Lumi. We spoke in passing, but only under that one's face. Yeah, I don't get it. But if any of you seen Shelly around, Heather had a message for her. Okay, most of the others went down to the city to put the slammer on some of the meteors they caught in Agate. Bad day to be a meteor. Might be the last day to be a meteor. I guess most of us here have been on the other side at some point. Yet I don't think I've seen any of you before. Al? Oh, hi. Been a while. Not long enough. What brings you here? You know, I just thought that I'd get out from behind a desk for once, maybe check out how things were going. Here while I take a break from the literal mountains of paperwork and responsibilities. Not only have I been dealing with everything on Reborn City, from the very slight, tiny, minuscule, teensy-weensy issue of having had to take in charge of all of Epiphyll Academy after you got Kiki Kid. And where there's no way I can atone for what happened there. Did I miss something? Let's assume so and not get into it. I wasn't going to let Epiphyll go. Oh, you weren't? Oh, well I suppose that totally explains you betraying us all and setting up the pulse that was going to burn it to a crisp. That explains what happened to Kiki's Metachamp. That explains why you stopped Team Meteor on Paris Mountain and she's still alive today. Oh wait, I sabotaged the pulse. It wouldn't have done anything but overheat. You really think I'm going to believe something as convenient as that? It's true. Who even are you? I created the pulse. Oh, you did you? Well, today seems to have been a great day to come up here after all. I get to solve not one but two problems. I will accept any punishment you deem fit to apply. Eve. But before you do, please be advised that I have already escaped Team Meteor. I have nothing to gain by defending this individual. I personally inspected the damage to the pulse camera system after the incident there. It was clear that the machine had been targeted by a fire-type attack. There's no significant damage to it from that. However, the coolant system had been completely drained and removed. The machine could have powered on, but it would have overheated and shut down long before producing enough energy to resonate with Camerupt. There's no sign of the Camerupt itself after the scene. Yeah, it's right here. Back then, I had used my attack to covertly withdraw the Pokémon from the scene, and have since recovered it back to health. That was just a show. I discarded the cooling system long beforehand. Pulse would have failed regardless. Then you all got involved and Kiki was hurt. I had to prevent pretend to destroy it myself in order to convince Solaris to drop the operation and retreat before anything else happens. It's convenient. How do you explain what happened to her Metachan? You still let that poor thing be burnt to a crisp. What? It sank into the lava. There's no way it would have survived. There was another advantage I had discovered when I emptied the pulse's coolant into the volcano. It didn't visibly impact the surface. The temperature was lowered significantly. Human might have been in trouble, but for a Pokemon that are used to taking flamethrowers in the heat of battle, I was able to rescue it with my Pokemon after you chased me off. You didn't think to bring up any of this before? You kind of blew him off. Rafe knew some of it. You said you didn't want to speak to me. I intended to respect your wishes. I need to be alone. That seems to be going around. Word? Hi? Perhaps now would not be the best time to stage a raid on Labrador after all. You're planning to what? We've been mulling it over. Get the possibility of Bennett here giving the barrier the slip, sticking it to Team Meteor once and for all. Blake is back there. More importantly, Solaris. Victoria may want nothing to do with me, or she may actually accept my defense, but I suspect she will bring her full fury down on him no matter what. I'll join you then. Someone has to look out for her. Just wait just a bit then, till everybody's ready. Time is limited until Zero wakes up. Everyone do what you need to. We'll meet back here with Bennett. For the sake of not rousing suspicion, I'll just wait here. Talk to me when you're ready to begin. Oh, wow. Everything is coming together. That's pretty awesome. This is a very talky episode, but pretty awesome. I mean, we're heading into the home stretch. Not long now. We'll get you soon. And if not, punch Bennett's face off. If they take Zero back in there, he probably belongs with Team Meteor. Then all of you are planning to stop them, right? If that happens, you'd probably end up fighting him again, wouldn't you? Part of me misses him, and part of me never wants to see him again. But if you do find him, could you at least make sure he gets out alive? Maybe I should have been clear about what happened when we spoke in Obsidia that one time. I came up to had a fever that wouldn't break forever. Back to the pulse. Metachan was a miracle still in progress. I didn't want to claim to have gotten them out, but I wasn't sure they would be well. Frankly, I was surprised that you listened to me even for a second. I'd be lying if I said I don't hope Victoria will forgive me. That's nothing compared to what it will take for her to forgive herself. For me to forgive myself. I don't know if that day ever comes. It's strange to see him like this. I'm unused to seeing this body in the mirror. I'm used to seeing this body in the mirror, not on the ground. I'm unused to being afraid of myself, or of what I would do to Lumi, of what I have done to her. She's only had half a childhood, or a third. Who knows if she will ever get her adulthood. I just have to make sure she does. So if you haven't been following, so we've got Cal up here. He's a fire type trainer whose brother Blake is part of Team Meteor and is the ice type trainer. We got Hardy, who is looking for Aya and was the gym leader we just fought. We got Lumi and Eve and Zero, who used to be all three merged into one body as Zell. We've got Amaria. You seem to make drama wherever you go, don't you? No offense, I'm not saying this is your fault. But these things just seem to happen around some people more than others. Like Julia, for instance. What? I've never happened around a drama in my life. No, not me. Not the time you accidentally cheated on that guy with his brother. We were identical twins. How was I supposed to know? When you dated that one guy to make your ex jealous? That was... Wait, which time? When you were head over heels for that one guy who turned out to be a girl? She had a deep voice and a handsome face. Besides, is that really a problem? Or that guy, or that type of guy took you out to dinner and ended up running from the police? He was a smooth talker. Not gonna lie, I'd do that again. It was fun. When you blew up your third boyfriend's studio? That one was my fault. But in my defense, They were the ones who left the electrical box open. I just did what any girl would. I think I've made my point. Amy? Rage face, I tell you. Rage face! Now we came up here to help out with Team Meteor, and now it's practically turned into a daytime television show. Who's the director here? Who's the writer? I want a word with these people. And a bigger part. What's with having no screen time for most of the series, right? Bet they didn't include me because my upbeat and cheerful personality would ruin the over-serious tone. And you know what? They're right. This is a sitcom now. Reading canned laughter for breakfast. Quick, say something funny. No. Perfect, you're natural at this. PokerStar Studios, here we come. Bennett, I didn't mention as we're going through, is the bug type trainer. He was obsessed with, oh geez, was it Luna? And now seems to be attached to Laura. Then we've got Amaria or Amy, who's the water type trainer. Julia, who is the electric trainer right off the bat. Oh, hi, great timing. Welcome to the Civil War. This isn't a war. I shouldn't have to fight to keep the only allies I've had on my side. It's just a betrayal. I'm betraying you by saying someone should get a second chance? He doesn't deserve a second chance. He's had a lifetime full of chances. You know better than anyone what he's done with them. Lifetime he's barely older than I am. What? I don't care about that boy. Do whatever you like with him, I'm over it. Really? You don't seem over it. I'm talking about him. Who started all this? Me. No one blames you for what happened. I do. I won't allow you to talk. Won't allow anyone to talk about you that way. Not even you. Glad to know I have rights. But is that not the same way of thinking? What happened was an accident. Do we really need to keep reminding her of what happened? Never forgot, but thanks. That's different. She was a kid. She didn't know what was happening. The doctor's an adult, even if he doesn't act like it. And as an adult, he's made himself responsible for all of our well-beings, and you know how he failed to deliver on that. Can't fathom why you're suddenly pretending he's innocent. Did you forget everything that's happened? What I told you? I couldn't possibly forget that. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if we're even talking about the same thing. Maybe I was the lucky one. Maybe I succeeded in protecting you. Maybe not. How could I know? As much time as I spent in the circuit or separated from you, I can't be sure. That's to say nothing of the other kids. I was always thinking, you show signs of it too. Could be either of you. Maybe I just blocked it out. He taught us about that, right? Saphir, what are you? I didn't know. I was supposed to look out for you. I didn't know. I'm sorry. There's no way I'll ever forgive him. Not even for half a second. Not while he's that kind of person. The kind of person who would do that to a child. Those people don't just change. If those in power are given to abuse, they will continue to abuse until they no longer have that power. I can't stand the thought of this happening more and more. Not to you, not to the other kids. I will personally relieve him of that power. I relieve him of everything he's had. I will make sure he understands the shame I felt. I don't think it's impossible for people to change. Even then, I do not wish to believe that violence is the only answer we have. Is that not just perpetuating a pre-existing cycle? No. He's a violent abuser who tortures children. No. That kind of thinking is what allows it to happen. That's what gets people like you hurt. Yup. And I would rather be hurt. And you're still naive. Yep. I'm grateful for your guidance and protection. We are not entitled to our own opinions of what is best. Charlotte, Rafe, and everyone, don't go dragging me into this now. This dilemma belongs to all of us now. What, Rafe 2? That isn't quite what I had for the lady. What's your take on it? Is it fine to use violence as an answer to abuse? I'm gonna go with yes. Jerry Zapp, spoken. I'm out. I don't need anyone's approval. In fact, it's better if you both stay out of it. I'll take care of it, everything like I always have, including Dr. Sidman Connell's funeral. Drama queen. She thinks saying something intense then leaving immediately is cool or edgy or something. She might be right, but she's still a drama queen. So Charlotte is the fire gym leader. And these three were our sisters. Saphira is, I think Saphira's the dragon type leader. We're a ways off from that. Yes. Saphira's the dragon type gym leader, the one gym leader we've got left. Laura, I don't actually remember like anything about Laura. There's so many characters in this. But yeah, the three were sisters. They're orphans because Charlotte accidentally burned their house down when she was a kid, which is part of why she's obsessed with fire. And the orphanage that they were at was run by Dr. Connell, who treated the kids like electroshock therapy and stuff. Ever since it happened, I've been beating myself up for ever even having liked Cal. At this point, I thought I might have been wrong to do so, or the thought that I might have been wrong to do so is even more painful than the things I was telling myself. If I believe him, then isn't it our fault Kiki died? I'd always thought I just didn't do enough, wasn't strong enough, but none of that matters. Strength is weakness aimed at the wrong target. In the end, we killed Kiki. No. That was... Okay. Oh. Noelle's hanging out up here too. How do you know if someone is important to you? Is it something you decide or something you feel? Both. We'll go with decide. I see. So he hasn't made that decision. Then I decide not to need him. Thanks. Radimus? I suppose the final battle will begin soon. Anna is still absent. I suspect she intends to keep it that way for some time. And with Noelle, I feel as though I am already in checkmate. Any move I can take with him seems to be the wrong one. But that is not a game I may quit. So how to play? So Noelle and his sister were part of the orphans. They're weird psychic children. Radimus is one of the other gym leaders, psychic gym leader. Noelle's actually the normal type gym leader, I believe it was. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's everybody. Oh, there we go. Anytime. Make sure to keep her healthy, all right? You hardly need to tell me that. Who's there? Rafe, it's me, Aster. I don't think you've seen me out of my uniform before. Ah, it's you. I owe you an apology for my indignance last time you were here. I did not believe you when you told me what happened to my daughter and spoke rashly. I'm sorry. Please understand, it was difficult news. I brought Eclipse back here. Well, her body. She's situated in her room upstairs. I'll make sure she gets the proper life support just in case she ever wakes up. Thanks. I'm gonna go now. I'm not sure what to do, but I'll try not to be in your way anymore, Ray. Aster told me all the details about for whom she was working and what happened. In the end, everything she did was for my sake, but I would have sooner gone in her stead. I do not wish to speak much, but visit her if you'd like. There's nothing else I can do. So, Aster and Eclipse were members of Team Meteor that we encountered multiple times. Okay. So, Eclipse was... I thought she got killed. I'm very confused, but okay. There was a fight. Aster left, said he was going to leave Team Meteor. Eclipse said she wanted to stay because she was getting some money or medicine or something for her dad. And then she got killed. Aster has gone through this whole crisis afterwards. that we help them work through. The gang's all here. Like, seriously, this is like everybody pretty much. We're missing like a couple people, and like there's not a whole lot you can do to try and shove more in at this point. I mean, that's a lot of characters they already have in this scene. So I think with that, I hate to end here, but we have been going half an hour already, and I think we're going to be heading straight into a big series of fights. So I don't think I want to start that now. But we did at least go over who the Pokemon we're using. And we got through a lot of story. And honestly, it was a good chance for me to kind of go back over all of the characters, think about all those connections as they're coming back into place. So yeah. Hope you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.